Okay, so I'm back. I've been on 4 fires in the last 10 days. Didn't have any time to prepare, but there's a little bit here that I'll present for you and try and get us back close to schedule. So talking about VMP and wildfire response, VMP is our vegetation management program. And for those that are joining us from Fresno County, I've also got our Fresno contact just above my highlighted contact information there. You can get a hold of Ryan Wimmer. Not this week because he and I both have units on fire, but he'll service you for VMPs down there. So the fuel management programs that we offer, VMP, the Vegetation Management Program, which is really tiered off of our Chaparral Management Program, EIR from 1981. The brand new VTP, the Vegetation Treatment Plan, I'll introduce that a little bit. And then we've got fire plan projects that could be used with other CEQA or NEPA documentation. There's also LE 5 and 7 permits that you can burn your own property with, 5 for non-conforming piles and LE 7s for broadcast burning. And then you can cooperate with grant programs, climate change initiative, forest health, urban and community forestry grants, fire prevention grants. CFIP is California Forest Improvement Program, and volunteer assistance grants. All right, so broad goals of the Vegetation Management Plan, really to reduce conflagration fires and optimize soil and water productivity and protect and improve the floral and animal values out on the rangelands. Just a little spaghettigram to show you that there's some complicated steps in preparing your VMP, and in the recording you can go back and look at those as they swirl around there, see some of the things that we're going to do with you and out on your property just to bring a proposal to our region for approval. As I mentioned, pardon me, a few slides ago, there are a variety of programs you can use, and so here's just some illustrations of those. So drilling just a little bit deeper into the VTP, it's brand new, was just certified on December 30th in 2019, and you can look up a lot more about that. Out this week and last week, I've generally been driving around geologists and haven't had time to snap my own pictures, but saw many cases of this where fires stopped at a grazed pasture or grazed rangelands. Now the range managers will tell you, yeah, you've got to graze pretty heavy to absolutely stop the fire, but even on some moderately grazed lands where the winds were appropriate or suitable, the fires did stop at those. I believe this slide is from Idaho, but I've definitely seen it working here in California this month. Oh, and didn't mention that the new VTP does now include prescribed herbivory. So the state can help out, help you arrange some cattle to come out and graze if you don't have leases or your own cattle to graze. There's also vendors that will bring goats to your property, and so that can be included in your VTP now. And I guess one last item, this picture is highlighting, yeah, there was a fire, but it stopped and the grazed lands did not burn. All right, kind of in line with the heat that was just described, down in Ventura County, they have Agriculture Employee ID Card Program. They call that the Ag Pass. And so before fire season, the agriculture workers get these photo IDs, and then the idea is that during an emergency event, the highway patrol, the sheriffs recognize that if conditions are, often the roadblocks are just set up to reduce traffic and keep looters and people that don't belong out. But if it's not immediately dangerous, then they can let ag workers in to water, feed, or irrigate if you're, have really sensitive crops in the field. And, a little bit of water is the difference between saving those or losing those. So read more about the Ventura County Ag Program. I've already sent this to Supervisor Wheeler down in Madera County, and then you can take it up in Fresno County also. And just for the recording, you'll see the photo ID card information that you fill out down there. Okay, my outline said I was going to talk a little bit about response. So typically early or late in the fire season, when we don't expect too much fire behavior, this is our low dispatch. So yeah, the grass is cured, but the temperatures aren't high, something like that. So we're generally going to respond with 3 Type 3 engines and 1 chief officer. Closer into the peak of fire season, we're going to send you 6 Type 3 engines, a chief officer, a bulldozer, 2 Type 1 hand crews, air attack, 2 tankers, and a helicopter. And you can guess where this is going. If we start a fire today, you're not going to see all this because it's not available in the state. But peak fire season, our high dispatch, you're going to see 8 Type 3 engines, 2 fire chief officers, 2 Type 1 hand crews, 2 bulldozers, air attack, 2 tankers, and 2 helicopters. And disclaimer on the bottom, these are for reference only, and changes may be augmented based on weather conditions, availability, and other factors. Just one follow-up. I think this is probably going to be my last slide. This just a snip from Sierra News Online this last week, detailing how to do small companion or animal sheltering and then large animals at the rodeo grounds. So this is how it's working out in Madera County as we speak. Oh, my PG&E contact, Darren Mills, who's out on the line today, asked me to just add these 3 slides. Make sure people are signed up, that PG&E has their information for the public safety power shutoff programs. That shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. When the lights go off, they post as early as a week ahead. And then if you do go to pge.com/weather, here's just an example looking down from their webcam. They have 2 webcams on Deadwood. And so today not seeing too much smoke, but a few days ago when Chris was up at Edison Lake, you would have seen the smoke column here from this Deadwood cam, and so known something that was coming. Just a little bit more about PG&E's PSPS. You can read that from the recording. And again, just a little bit of information that PG&E is trying to push out there so that people aren't surprised. People that need medical equipment that runs on electricity don't need to be surprised about the power going off when it's high fire danger. Now I'm all done, and I'll stay tuned for questions. Thank you.